Don't be afraid to step into the light no matter where you're at.
My body felt like it was being sucked by like a million souls.
I brought Darren into this world. I want to be there when he leaves. Welcome to another podcast of Unpacked and Unfiltered. We have Bexx here.
And we have Noie here.
I'm always switching shit up on you. I'm so sorry.
She literally introduces it different every single time.
There's nothing consistent about me.
Your spontaneousness, spontaneity.
Yeah,
that one is what I live for.
Yeah.
I just never know what I'm going to get. I love it.
It's here, it's there, it's a little bit everywhere.
Oh, I live for it.
Well, I'm glad because it's what
are we talking about today?
So today we're talking about signs and synchronicities from the universe. And this is like something anybody that knows me knows I'm so passionate about this. This is like where my life comes alive because my life is a walking continual set of signs. It never ends. And this one's so passionate to me because of my kids being on the other side. And I ask them for validation in so many things, and not just them, but them and my guides or whoever I'm connecting to at that time. And since Darren passed, actually since before Darren passed, I've been getting like a series of like confirmations all the time. Whenever I ask for him, like it's insane. And I feel like, so I saw this video the other day on Instagram, and I can link it in our account or whatever to this podcast, but it was so beautiful. This mom had lost her son, and she had read this book called Signs.
Oh, I've heard of this recently.
I probably told you about it.
It was my Nell lady. It wasn't even you.
Yeah,
she was literally talking about this book.
It's so incredible. And it basically tells you or teaches you how to connect with your loved ones and to ask them for signs that are directly connected to them, things they loved, things that they resonate with. And this mom had asked her son for a sign and so she's like, give me a red Lego. She's like, she says, give me a red Lego in a place that it doesn't belong so that I know it's you without a doubt. And red was his favorite color. The Lego was his favorite, toy. And so later that day, she's at a dance practice for her daughter. And there was this mom with a toddler or a newborn or something. And her daughter had just barely done this whole routine and just got done, or like they were doing some kind of filming. Anyway, she's holding her baby. She's like, yeah, we're never here. This was just where they decided to film. And my daughter's just finishing up. And her little tiny baby, like brand new toddler, like maybe 1.5 years old, walks over and hands her a red Lego.
Oh,
can you
no, that blows my mind.
And this is what we're talking about.
Have you tried it?
1,000 times.
Really?
So this is what I'll dive into next with my own stories. Okay. So recently I've been dating a guy, and this guy, I truly in my heart feel, well, this is the other thing that's scary about dating is like, I've been wrong so many times before. But in my heart,
everybody is wrong every single time. Can we get into that? Like, you literally are wrong every time.
All the time.
Except for the one time you're right.
Right. Exactly.
So, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so I started asking my kids for signs. But before I started asking my kids for signs with this man, I meet his daughter for the very first time. And I had been playing princesses with her all day. It was a Sunday, and we'd been playing princesses all day. And we decided to sit on the couch and watch some football. And she's running around, and she sees a little notepad. She's like, oh, I need a pen. I want to draw. So we get her a pen, and she draws this picture. And she's like, you can't see it. This is for you. She draws this picture and hands it to the guy. I see the picture, and I'm like, holy shit. She literally drew the 10 of Cups card out of tarot. And anybody that knows tarot cards, the 10 of Cups card is your completion card. It is your happy ever after card. Like your cup is running over with joy. And it is and basically the card is a picture of a man and a woman hugging each other or holding hands, and then 2 kids playing in the distance. And then the rainbow is over them. Some of them have like a home in the distance or whatever, and a rainbow. And then like she put a star above the rainbow. And then when I got home, I pulled up my tarot cards and I found it, and it has the numeric number 10 at the top above the rainbow. So it like looks like a star. And in the moment, I didn't say anything to him. I was just like, this is incredible. I'm like, holy shit. And so I take a picture of the meaning and the card and I send it to him. And I'm like, this is what your daughter drew today. And he's just like, holy shit. And so like with the amount of things that kept happening, I was like, okay, well, I've gotten confirmation from his kids on everything. Now I want confirmation from my kids on like, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right space? Am I investing my energy in the right place? And this day we go pick up his kids from school and he's going to drop me off at my house. And earlier that day, I'm like, okay, kids, I really need some signs. Like I need signs. Send me some signs. And so we're driving home and there's this rainbow that is so wide. I've never seen a rainbow with so much purple in it. Like, and it was so wide and it was right above my house. I'm like, no way. I'm like, no, this isn't it. And I just shoved it in the back. I'm like, that wasn't a sign. But to give you guys context, when Aubrey passed, like the day Aubrey passed, there was a complete double rainbow over my house. And there's pictures of all of us in the backyard holding hands, like not all of us, but all of us in the backyard, and the complete double rainbow. And we laughed about it, and we knew it was Aubrey because she was my artist. Like whenever she drew at school, she wanted me to hang it up. She had to show me, and she loved rainbows. And so like we knew the second she passed, and that was that full double rainbow over my house. And everyone in town was sending me pictures of it and was saying, this is Aubrey's goodbye and that she loves us. And I was like, oh my God. So rainbows are a very important thing in my life. Anyway, and I see this rainbow when we're coming home from school, picking up kids from school. And I'm just like, no, it's not it. And then he goes home and he's working out in his basement. And he sees a full rainbow out his window over Pine Valley Mountain. And I'm like, no effing way. And I just still didn't say anything. I was like, no, it's not a sign. I'm like, whatever. And I just kept shoving it. I'm like, that's not a sign. It's, it's a cloudy day. There's probably rain somewhere and it's creating rainbows. Well, then, so he lists his house for sale and they do pictures like a week and a half later for the house. And a few days after that, we're laying in bed and he's like, oh, the house just went live. The listing just went live. Let's go check it out. So we pull it up on his phone. The very first picture, there is a giant rainbow in the background of the very first picture. And I was like, okay, I keep ignoring this. I can't anymore. And I just was like, holy shit, I still didn't say anything. But he knew. By then, by that many times in a row, he knew. And I still hadn't said anything. Well, I get on the phone with my seer, my like energy healer seer lady, about a week later. And she's like, and randomly in the middle of the conversation, she's like, the girls are sending you signs and they're saying you're not paying attention. And I'm like, oh, no, she says, the girls are sending you rainbows and you're not paying attention. And I'm like, oh, I hadn't even told her. I hadn't even talked to her in over a month. And I'm like, oh my God. And like, this is just one example of the many, many ways that I get my confirmations. I get my synchronicities and okay, on synchronicities, it's like, how many times a day do you see 1111? Oh,
twice.
Twice a day? You see it every day. It's 11 a.m., yes. 11 p.m.
Okay, so this is something I actually want to ask you and go into right now. Explain to everybody what a synchronicity is for those that like may not understand or may not know.
Okay.
This is something that's actually very new to me too. Like, okay, I guess the lingo.
So synchronicities can be like number sequences or like things happening at certain times in your life that you're like, oh, that could not have been more perfect timing. Or like, how the fuck did that play out? Like, that was just mind blowing. I couldn't have planned that better.
Someone saying something you were just thinking.
Yes. Connection. So in my opinion, a synchronicity is an alignment of energies, numbers. Like, you could have a consistent set of numbers. And so when it's a number.
Okay. So 11:11, I literally, that's probably the only time I look at the clock. It's daily. And
I'm pretty sure that your 11:11 is transformation and is your let's look it up real fast. You're going to have to use your phone.
Okay.
Ask chat, what does 11:11 mean spiritually? Because this is what I do. So a lot of times I'll get a number sequencey and it like stops me in my tracks. I'm like, that's an interesting one. And I'll look it up and I'll be like, oh, that's why. And a lot of times it's directly connected to timing. So what were you thinking? What were you going through when you saw that number? So according to chat, 11:11 is probably the most widely recognized awakening synchronicity. Spiritually, 11:11 alignment, it's like a little cosmic ping. It's interpreted as you're on the right path. Your thoughts, your reality are syncing. You're entering a manifestation window. Your intuition is active. 1 is the number of individuality, beginnings, creation, energy. So 4 ones amplified new timeline energy. And this could not be more accurate for your life.
Oh.
You're starting a new timeline.
Right.
A lot of people describe 11:11 as a doorway number, a portal moment when the physical, non-physical are closer. That's why people instinctively say, make a wish. It's 11:11. But like, that's the same with like, and the twos, 7s, 4s, all of those, they have very specific meaning. And I just like, honestly, if you don't know what it means, look it up. Like, Google it. And I do it all the time. And I'll just like, when I very first got into this like voodoo world, I would take a big deep breath and I would just go, I accept. Because that way it opens up more pathways in your life. It brings in more blessings. It brings in more positivity and possibilities. Like,
it was so interesting because I remember right after leaving the church, I remember not wanting to believe anything bigger.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to.
It's hard.
It was so difficult because I felt so much like
betrayal.
Yes. That I didn't want to believe anything bigger. But there was such a big connection to something bigger that I was like, but I can't deny it. Like,
it's so real.
It's so real. There's such a bigger connection. And even now I'm like, I don't know exactly what my role is in that connection or what it is. But I recall one time when my ex and I were driving to camping when we had one small child. He was like 3 months old. I think we're actually heading to Lake Powell. Middle of the night. And I knew every time there was going to be a deer. Have I told you this story?
No.
Oh, so I remember before leaving telling him, like, we should not be going right now. It's not safe to go. And him being like, no, we need to go. Like, we told my parents we'd be there tomorrow morning. We need to go. And my intuition was on fire. I was like, no, it's just not a good time. The road is not going to be safe. And inside of being like, okay, if we go, we need to find a good reason to go. Like, I need to find something positive, a good positive reason to be going. And I need to be like in tune, protected. There was over a dozen deer that ran out in front of us. And every single time before I would touch his arm and say, there's going to be a deer. And he would slow down before the deer ran out. Every single time. I knew every time there's
so in tune.
An animal. And so that was one thing I always went back to. I was like, I know there's something after leaving the church. I was like, I know there's something bigger. Yeah. There's always those times that I was like, so if it's not this, it's something.
Yeah.
Because I've been in tune and I felt it and I've seen, and that was just one experience. I've had many experiences like that. Yeah. In travel, especially.
Oh yeah. When you need to be
as a single woman, especially, that my intuition has been heightened. That was a good example of a literal physical, every single time that even Brian will be like, okay, I remember that. And that experience was so tangible. And then we missed our exit. And I was like, no, it's okay. I feel like there's a good reason for it. And there was a woman that was abandoned on the side of the road that I was like, we need to stop at this car.
Wow.
And I remember he was a little irritated just because for that reason we were behind. We needed to get there and pulling over, and she was stuck with a child.
Oh my God.
Things that happened that I felt so strongly pulled in different directions.
Yeah.
That things worked out.
Oh my God.
You know? And for that reason, I'm not sure about, I'm still learning so much about, you know,
synchronicities or whatever.
Synchronicities.
But that's like, that's the most powerful one. Your intuition and your ability to tap into all things bigger than yourself. That is such a huge gift. And we all have it.
Oh,
we all have it. It's just our ability to shove out all the chaos in order to tap into that. And a lot of times you can in a survival moment. Like I've done it, like what you said, solo travel. I've done it so many times traveling by myself. I'd be like, okay, tell me, like, show me, be here, don't be here, do that, don't do that. Like,
it doesn't have to be scary. It's
just guidance.
Yeah.
It's guidance, and pay attention to it, and you'll feel when it's yes, when it's no, you know?
Just a safe place to be. Probably not.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love that with alignment, synchronicities. And here's the other thing that ties in with our message, usually with our podcast, is for me, this is my way of finding my way through, was to believe in something bigger. Because when my kids were diagnosed, it shattered my world. It shattered everything I believed, like with God, with, you know, there being anything bigger than ourselves. Because I kept thinking, I'm like, if a God was to exist, they would never be this cruel. They'd never let this happen to 3 of the most beautiful human beings I've ever encountered. Like I couldn't see a way around it. I'm like, there's just no way. And then I started having all of these little experiences with like my energy healer, and meeting my energy healer was like insane. And it was all from connection. Like I was sitting in a waiting room. We're going to have her on here, by the way. But I was sitting in a waiting room, and she connects with Darren. And I was just like, and they're just literally, eyes are locked on each other. And Darren's a handicapped boy in a wheelchair. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. Hi, can I help you? Like it was so creepy. And I was just like, what is your problem? And, you know, Mama Bear here. And she's like, oh, hi. And I started talking to her. I'm like, you know, tell me about yourself, all of that. And she's like, oh yeah, I do energy healing. I'm just signing my lease to start practicing in this building. And I'm like, oh, and this was right after the kids were diagnosed. And I'm like, I've been searching for somebody like an energy healer, because medical is clearly not my answer right now. And because basically in the medical world, they told me, go home and enjoy your babies. There's no treatment. There's no cure. They're going to die. And so I was like, well,
what do I have left?
What do I have? Like finding ways to be encouraged in life. And then I met her literally 3 weeks after they got diagnosed. And I was like, okay, I want to do a session with you, just me and you, to see if it's right for my kids. And so a week later, like I booked a session with her before she even had an office. And I go in and I'm like, just so you know, I'm atheist. I don't believe in anything. And I'm just here to see what you can do for my kids. And she was like, okay, lady. And some of the things that happened in that, I hope you don't mind if I get really spiritual. This is like, I'm a spiritual person.
This is the Noie podcast, so you're fine. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's the Bexx and Noie. I like to tease you.
I have so many experiences on this, and
want to hear it.
I think the longer I talk, the more your brain will tick on things that have happened in yours. Because that deer story was incredible.
Yeah.
But I go into this session. She's like, it's fine. Just lay down on the bed and we'll see what we can help you with. And instantly I felt somebody grab my right hand. And I like literally opened my eyes and I'm like, nope, nobody's holding my right hand. And then I can feel them squeezing my right hand. And I was like, okay. I'm like, what is squeezing my right hand? And I just say it to her. She's like, oh, that's a young man by the name of Charlie. Did you know anybody by the name of Charlie? And I was like, oh my God. She's like, he's younger, like 19, maybe 20. And I'm like, holy shit. I had a boyfriend in high school. His name was Charlie. And she's like, oh yeah. He's with Darren a lot, but he's reassuring you right now that Darren's going to be okay. He's okay. He's his spirit guide now. And I'm like, what? I'm like, why? What? And she's like, that's the reason you and him met before you had kids, but never really, like, we were just friends. Like Charlie gave me.
So had Charlie passed away?
Oh, sorry. Yes. So Charlie died 6 months after I left Colorado City.
Did you know that?
I did. I knew.
Okay.
I knew when he died, and it broke my heart. Like he died from. He was in a paint bay, and he had a leak in his mask, and died of carbon monoxide, like instantly. Like not instantly, but they found him an hour later. And he was very young. I think he was in his early 20s when he died. And I never got to say goodbye. Like I left home with Lester and was starting my own life. But then I was like, holy shit, that's so real. Like I can feel him holding my hand. And I'm like, and how did she know that I had a boyfriend in high school that died? And his name was Charlie. So then my brain was just like going bananas. And she like woke up.
Especially coming from Colorado City, where you would never be able to dig up that sort of information.
Never. And never from the internet. Like there's no way. No, there's no pictures, let alone internet. Like
exactly.
Like I have next to no pictures of my childhood. Anyway, and so I went home. And I sat down with Darren and I'm like, Darren, so when Darren couldn't talk very well, we told him hand up for yes, hand down for no. So we could ask him yes, no questions. And that's how we communicated. I'm like, Darren, do you know who Charlie is? And he goes, boom. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, is Charlie with you a lot? And he's like, boom.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, let's play a game. And I started playing an intuition game with him where I'd close my eyes. I'd try to see where Charlie was in the room.
Right.
And he'd tell me. And I'd try to guess it. And like, if I was wrong, I was like, oh. And like a lot of times, like it was a practice to feel what was in the room. And I started finding out that Charlie would sit on the couch behind him in his chair or on the floor. Like he was always on the couch right behind him, wherever he was. And it was just like so mind blowing, the things that have happened from not being afraid to dive into the like the spirituality and the
opening up your mind.
To all the little like things that you feel like are not possible. And, maybe, and that's the thing is like, we need validation a lot. Like with any synchronicity, you're like, no, that's just a coincidence. And then like, for me, it's like, I ask for signs from the kids and it's like, they give them and they give them and they give them and they give them and they give, and I'm like, no. And then it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, the answer is yes.
Yeah. Anyway, it's so wild. Do you have any memories?
Questions for you. Oh. This is what's so interesting is I think you're absolutely right. I think that more things will be recalled to me.
Yeah, as we talk.
That I've probably blocked out or not recognized as being such.
One thing about you though is you're like one of the most intuitively locked in person that I know. Like we've talked about relationship stuff too. And you're like, I think this and this and this. And then sure as shit, this has happened a couple times, hasn't it? Yeah. You're very in tune.
Yes.
And same with reading people. You read people very well. Like you understand energies very well.
Yeah, but I don't understand why.
Yeah. A lot of times
that's a big mystery.
It just comes with being an old soul.
Probably.
I feel like, yeah.
Being old, is that what you said?
An old soul.
Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm not 30 anymore.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Okay. Here's my questions. I have some questions for you that I prepared. Are you ready?
Yes.
If the universe is telling you one main thing right now, what is it telling you?
Ooh, that's a good one. Don't be afraid to step into the light no matter where you're at. Like, don't be afraid to shine in front of public. Like, don't be afraid to be a weird voodoo lady in front of the whole world.
I love that.
And it's been an ongoing thing because I had an uncle once that I talked about an experience with Darren. And I just was telling, it was a deeply spiritual experience for me of like communication without words. And my uncle popped up. We were driving down the road and he's like, well, you don't need a big voodoo teacher to tell you that. And I was just like, okay, that was fucking rude, first of all. Second of all, I was like, okay, this fear of not being understood is real. It's very real and it's okay. But the more I've gotten to where I just really don't care, the more fun it's been.
Oh,
like it's freeing.
I also think that there's that whole, you have to be an expert at everything.
Yeah.
But you can be just a
newbie
student, a learner.
Yeah, a learner. That's we're all students. And I feel like that phrase, actually I don't know the rest of the phrase, but it's like the beginning is it when the student becomes the teacher. And that's just the one title that stays in my head all the time. I feel like my kids are constantly teaching me new things, even in the afterworld. Like I still get so many messages from them of like, even Darren, like communicating from when I was trying to take care of the girls. One day I asked him, I'm like, hey, what would be the number one thing that you wished I would have done when you were alive? Like done differently. Because I felt like I was failing at the time. I was a single mom. The girls were both sick. And I just felt like I was doing everything wrong.
We all feel that way though.
All the time as mothers. It doesn't matter if you have a special needs kid or a wild teenager or a perfect, a perfect little girl. Like it doesn't matter. And the thing that came through to me was, I wish you would have put your phone down. I wish you would have like been more present. And I was like, holy shit, is this message real? And I asked him, I'm like, send me a sign in my dreams tonight if this message was real. And he did. And that one was like a whole other experience. And I was just like, holy shit. But yeah, that's my answer to that. It's like, don't be afraid to be weird in front of many people. And I'm getting there.
For me, I'm always more curious about the process of learning than I am the expert. The expert gives great advice that I love to follow. We all have those experts that follow on Instagram or whatnot.
You're my expert.
I am not. But I also like the person that is learning, that is diving in, that is, sometimes they're the ones that I really like to get curious about. And it's like, what is giving you your drive, your will, your ambition? What is making you so interested? Like, what does that process look like? Because that's what we want to do is that process in.
And I kind of love what you said about like, you have those people you look up to. The other thing that I've noticed too is we're all looking for signs. We're all wanting validation. And like, it doesn't hurt to be that for those people you look up to. Like, so I sent a DM to a woman that I think the world of, and I like look up to her so much.
I already know who you're talking about.
I know. And I sent her a DM the other day. I'm like, just so you know, you are like the number one person on my list that inspires me. Like I have 2 people on my list that inspires me, and that's all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. You know you're number 2. But like, but she was like, oh my God, thank you for that. And I know she gets validation all the time, especially like celebrities or whatever. But like, what does it hurt?
Yes.
Like,
say what you think.
Yep. As long as it's not hurting someone. I don't like the people that say what they think just to hurt someone. I don't think that's necessary. But there's no reason why not to be someone's sign to keep going. Someone's validation.
Apparently you're my sunshine.
Oh, I think you have your own sunshine.
No, you are. I watch Noie's love story unfolding right now.
It's been amazing.
And it's been like the best movie I've ever seen. It's like a series. And every day I'm like, what happened today on today's episode? And I'm like,
so fun.
I feel like I'm laying outside naked under the sunlight. You know how good that feels, and all the vitamin D is just like,
oh, that's the best.
Better than what I hear perennial tanning, which I haven't really done.
Perennial tanning? What's that?
Your asshole.
Oh, I have heard of that.
Yeah.
I think it's very strange.
Well, I haven't actually done it. Maybe I will just to experience it. But it feels better than laying out naked is listening to your love stories every day. I'm like, basking in this pure sunlight.
It's so funny to watch the people that can handle someone else's bliss and people that just cannot handle other people's bliss.
It's the best.
You're special because a lot of people can't handle all
My
of
mom
this
said I was special too, so that makes two of you.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Okay. Has there ever been a synchronicity? This word is a little bit tricky.
Synchronicity?
Yes, that freaks you out.
The only thing that really freaks me out, so I get like movement in my peripherals a lot, like shadows and things, just only in my peripherals. So when people come in and like I didn't hear them coming in and they are in my peripherals, it'll freak me the fuck out because I feel like, the ghosts are coming to life. Like if you're in my peripherals and you scare me, that is like, and that I know that's not a synchronicity, but
do you want to hear a fun fact about me?
I'm dying.
You cannot scare me. And I don't know why.
Yeah, I believe that.
Because even Preston, my oldest, this was his lifelong goal as a teenager.
I can see this with Preston.
He would hide in the dark in the middle of the night when I'd come downstairs and like jump out with like something really scary to try to make me jump. And I'd be like, oh, hi, Preston.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with me. But I just don't. I'm like,
In the dark, I don't scare. Like I've always
just in the light.
Yeah.
The light
or
scares
like
you. The darkness
or
doesn't
bugs,
scare
as you saw in Barbados. Bugs.
Please, we need to show that clip. We
bugs.
have to show that clip, guys. I want to put that on our Unpacked
So gross.
Instagram.
But it was like a friggin' grasshopper. Like, come on. I scream really loud and she videoed it.
It was like someone had like
Died.
in front of you.
Her kids don't like scream apparently, but I do.
Do they? I have to think about that.
You told me that day your kids they're not screamers.
Not too much. No.
Yeah.
Porter was when he was a little
Poor kid.
when he was a young
He's just
a little lad.
He's just so vocal.
He's just he got all okay. What's one sign that you keep getting but ignoring currently?
Oh. It's more validation. Validation in where I'm at in life and that it's okay to be in your full bliss.
Yeah.
Like I have so much guilt around being in my full bliss. Like
it's okay to be happy.
It's okay. And I've fucking earned it.
Yeah.
And I
feel guilty for being happy.
Yes.
Because of where your life has been.
I've felt like it's weird because I've had these spells of like, oh, it's too much. It's too much. And I'm like, no, actually, this is what I've been praying for a long time. And that's like, I've been getting tons of signs. Like it's been endless. And I'm just like, okay, it's okay. It's okay to be happy.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with me if I'm happy, which I haven't experienced in years. Like I haven't been truly happy in a relationship in probably, I don't know, 8 years.
Makes me so happy.
So it's been fun.
Well, I'm living vicariously through that. I'm still laying out on your son. So yeah.
So what's that question for you?
We're throwing this back?
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
I've been terrible at this.
Okay, one sign that I keep getting but ignoring, to feel through a lot of pain that I don't want to feel through. There's like, that's the sign.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm in that era of being strong for my kids right now. And there's like a huge wall of pain that wants to come crashing down. And I'm really trying to hold it up.
Oh, maybe just let go.
Oh, I can't right now on this podcast.
I know. I'm so sorry.
Like, not this second. This isn't the time. The time has got to come. And I'm not
It will.
ready.
It will come when you just
it's
let
gonna
go.
be an ugly moment. But I feel like there's so much being strong for 7 kids and everything that it's coming. So that's the one I keep ignoring.
Yeah.
Is to let down a wall of pain that I'm not ready to let down. So, and I keep getting sign after sign after sign that's like, it's time. It's time. It's time to let it down.
Yeah.
It's time to heal,
Well, and don't pressure yourself on your timing.
I had not.
Good.
I'm not. So I feel like it's right now I'm getting little leaks in the down.
Yeah. You're like trying to tape the leak.
Like, no.
Yeah. You're like, but my thing was in private. Like I can let the wall down in private. Like I can cry on my floor for hours.
I'm folding laundry and have a little mini break.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, there's the tape.
Yeah. I've let enough out.
I was like, that was good. That was good.
It's like you have a jar and you let it just down below the leak so that it's not leaking. And then you're like just enough to get you functioning.
Yes. I'm not 100% positive this is healthy, so I wouldn't recommend this to anyone.
It is. It's called microgrieving.
I know. We're microgrieving because I need to be strong for 7 kids right now.
Yeah.
So
yep.
That's what we're doing.
There'll be a time for it. And I think doing too much at once is not always the best idea.
No.
No. I love that.
Yeah. So it's okay.
Do you have any other things for the ending of our beautiful synchronicities?
Synchronicities, I do not. But the one I did have a question for that I forgot to write down was this, I felt like this was 2-part. I felt like it was synchronicities and big signs.
Oh, love that.
So
yeah.
I don't feel like they're the same thing. And I felt like synchronicities are like little...
Well, signs and synchronicities is our podcast today.
Oh, yes, yes. So what big signs, do you feel like there's been a huge signs that have totally changed the entire course of your life?
There's so many, but the one that sticks the most boldly with me was I had been pre-grieving with Darren, and Darren hadn't passed yet. And I knew he was on the last couple days of his life. Like I could feel it in my bones. And I had been crying for so many days. And I had booked a session with Nicole. And I went in and I says, it's time to get Darren ready to cross over. Like he's there, he's ready. And she's like, oh yeah, you're right. He's ready. And I'm like, but I need help to not crumble. Like, and I don't. And everybody had been telling me, oh, you're going to walk out of the room one day and he's going to pass. And I had this inner fire, like the fuck if. Like I will stay in that room until the day he dies and only go to the bathroom when he's asleep. You know, like I was like so determined. I'm like, he is not. I'm like, I brought this boy into the world and I will be there when he leaves. Like, and I had this just like determination. And so we went into the session, this energy healing session, and we're helping Darren like be ready, like getting ready to cross over. And I've always had this huge resentment against Jesus, like huge resentment. I was like, who the fuck is this man supposedly, who knows, that died for our sins? Like, what is this? Like, this does not make any sense to me. And I felt like he was held so high on a pedestal that I'm like, he's not human. At this point, he's not human. Like, and I hated it. I hated it growing up.
Yes.
I hated the worship. I hated it didn't feel like something that ever resonated with me. Like, and I'm like, and I was kind of in this space of like, And we go into this session and in comes Jesus, like in my psyche. And I'm just like, oh no, not him. And I'm like,
it's like your ex walks in the
literally,
like,
and I'm like, this guy that the whole world worships, whatever.
You're like, why is he here?
And like literally the amount of love and acceptance of where I was at and the amount of like kindness and compassion. And it's just like, I like melted without one word from him. And Nicole was like, Jesus is here. Do you have any questions for him? And I was like, yeah. And I'm like, I brought Darren into this world. I want to be there when he leaves. And I heard clearly in my head, you can be there, but you can't do it in fear. And I was like, I can, like for real, I'll be there when he says, yeah, but you can't do it in fear. You have to let him go. Like you have to walk him through and accept it and make him feel like he's not battling his parents. And I was like, holy shit. I'm like, okay.
I've heard the story before. It still gets me.
Oh, and for me, it was a huge, probably one of the biggest transitional, like spiritual signs And on the day Darren passed, then I was going to a lash appointment and I felt it in my bones. I was like, oh, I need to be home now, like right now. Yeah. And I tell my lash lady, I'm like, I am so sorry. I got to go home. And she's like, oh my God, what's happening? I'm like, Darren's ready. Like, this is happening. And so I call my babysitter that was with him and I'm like, go hold him. Like, go hold him. I can feel it. And she's like, okay. I'm like, no, literally drop everything. Don't be distracted. And so I go home and I scoop him up and I give her some things to do and then line her out picking up the girls from school. And I says, don't come home until I call you. Like, go to the park, get popsicles, whatever you got to do. Don't come home till I call you. And I'm holding him on the couch. She goes to pick up kids from school. And I'm like holding him and I'm like, Darren, it's okay. Like, you can go. I'll hold your hand the whole way.
How did you place that fear somewhere else?
It was exciting. It was exciting because he actually got to be out of pain. Like he got to do something other than sit on the floor in a knot in pain and crying and no medications even able to tap into it. And like, for me, that was exciting. It's like my kid finally gets to be free. It's a graduation. And it's fucking hard as a parent. It's like pride. It's all the things. And in a lot of ways it was like, okay, we failed. But like, in order to put the fear away, it was exciting. And I'm like, are you ready? And he's like, I'm ready. And so I had texted his dad. I'm like, Darren's going. And his dad was working and I was like, okay. So I held him and I looked down at his pulse ox on his thing just for a second. I'm like, what's going on with this thing? And I hear, come on, Mom. Like in my head. And I could see, okay, so I'm sitting on the couch like this. He's in my lap and I could see him right here and just looking back at me like out of his body. And he's like, come on, Mom, you coming? And I was like, oh. And then he was like, he went from this crippled, long boy in my arms to running, like fully running in the sky, and my house like filled up with these giggling souls, like little kids, like the whole house was like vibrating from giggles, like literally. And this is where I'm like, some people may call me insane.
What did that feel like?
It was exciting. Like I couldn't even go into my own feelings because it was so beautiful. And then I watched him go into this full-grown man. Like he looked like a 19-year-old boy, like so tall, and he was completely normal, like running, moving, like, and his eyes were still the same boy, like that. And I felt Jesus on his left and a female on his right. They took his hand and took him up, and I'm following. And then all of a sudden I felt on my chest. And I like looked down and there was a woman like blocking me. And she's like, you don't get to go. And I was like, what? And she's like, you need to watch from here because you already don't want to be here on earth and you won't come back. And I was like, okay, because she was right. I had wanted to die with Darren because I didn't want to do it 2 more times. Like
Were you depressed at the time?
I was so depressed. And little did I know I was going to go through a divorce right after. Like there was so many things. I was so depressed.
Was it 3 months after?
1
month.
1 month after.
You got divorced.
And I got divorced 1 month after Darren died. Anyway, and so I like...
You already started the process or?
No.
Wow.
Kind of hit like a wrecking ball.
Wow.
Anyway, and I look and Jesus looks back at me and he's like, it's okay. And so I got to watch as he like went up and into a light, which like a lot of people talk about God and source and all that. And I had, the only thing I saw was like a sun, like a light. Like it was no man. There was no like, for me, it was not, but for everybody, they see it differently. So I was just like, okay. And it was just so wild and it was so quick. And he went up to the light and he had this weird cloak blanket thing wrap him in gold light behind him. And I asked him like, what is that? And the lady was like, She says that's his, I don't know what the word, it's not transmuter, but his ability to be there and here and to be able to go back and forth between worlds to help me with the girls. And I was like, oh my God. It was so wild.
Did that go away after the girls passed?
What? The cloak?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really, I feel like the girls also had the same thing. Like they were wrapped in light for a long period of time after they passed. I saw that firsthand as they were just almost in these like little orbs of light, just like just going through the changes between worlds. But with Darren, I feel like his passing process was so slow that it was like by the time he had actually passed, he was like ready to go. Like he had done a lot of the work beforehand. So I don't know.
The passing was different with each one.
Yeah, much different with each one. Darren's was the most spiritual for me. And it like really woke me up to some things. And I was like, okay, well, even though we have different perceptions on, source, Jesus, angels, demons, whatever it is, we all have different perceptions on it. But like to really try to figure out what resonates with you, like, and you'll start to, I don't know, I just started to see my own in my own way. And I refused to let any religion or spiritual leader or anything like that show me what anything was. Like,
I feel like you were that way
at home as a kid.
Child.
Yeah.
As a child, and this beautiful, rebellious Noie.
Oh, yeah. I was called a lot of names from my mother.
Not beautiful and rebellious? Oh.
What? What? Yeah.
That
Slut,
wasn't it.
whore, all the things. And I was like,
you know what? That is a compliment. That is a compliment.
I'm like, not me. Oh no.
What?
Anyway, so how else?
That is beautiful.
What about you? What was a huge transitional moment for you? A sign that like changed how you saw the world?
This is an interesting thing for me, I'll be honest, because I think I don't know that I've changed the way I've seen the world in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I remember even as a small child speaking to, I don't ever know if I saw it as God, and I'll be honest, or what it is.
Yeah.
We've always had a close relationship, like from a young age. And I remember I would spend hours in bed speaking and telling them, and it's funny, it is coming back a little bit, what I want, what I don't. And we had a close speaking in my yard. I really tried to talk God into letting me fly. That never went over well.
Oh, you wanted to fly.
I did. Because I still to this day have dreams I can fly. I fly in every single dream I have.
Past lives.
And nobody else can fly but me in this dream. So, which is really interesting. And I'm always looking around like, you guys can't fly. Like, just in your mind. You just make yourself fly. Duh.
I love this.
And I'm also naked in my dreams, and I don't think it's weird. So
you're a Cupid.
I'm flying naked. I am Cupid. I told you I was Cupid.
Yeah, when you said that, everything resonated minus the fat part.
I told Noie this morning,
like the skinny, sexy Cupid.
I would be okay being the chubby Cupid. I told Noie this morning that I am literally Cupid up in the clouds watching her love story transpire, being like, oh my gosh, this is so cute.
But this is how you are with everybody. It's not just me.
I think I was in my former life, I was Cupid, and I shot everybody with arrows because I actually am good with archery. And I think I shot him with arrows, and I just watched him fall in love, and I just enjoyed it. I don't think I even needed my own love story. I think I just watched everybody, and I was chubby, and I was just up in the clouds enjoying it, my naked life.
Oh my gosh, this is so you. I'm dying. I'm dying.
No, I'm like, why am I here having to have a love life of my own?
Stupid walking shit and
oh, I can't fly.
You have to make your own love story.
Clothes.
You're like, where the fuck's my Cupid?
I know. Where's my Cupid?
I love that.
I know, but I love it.
Well,
so I don't know that my perception's changed, because I feel like I've always, even with Jesus, when I was in the church, I was like, I don't really know if he's real or not, but I love the idea of Jesus so much.
Right.
And that was one thing that kept me in, if I'm being honest, was because I loved those 4 books in the New Testament. I loved the idea of him.
Yeah.
That like to be good to people, to do all these things. I loved that idea.
Logic.
Like, I don't know if he's good, but like he hangs out with prostitutes. I think that's really
That's cool. That means he's open-minded.
He loves the whole
he's non-judgmental.
Yeah, I like that he calls out the Pharisees because they're like kind of assholes.
Yeah. Well, and I love, like you said, he loved the homeless. He gave to the homeless. He like less fortunate than him.
That totally resonates with me.
Yep.
So I loved the idea. That's one thing I had a hard time leaving. What I never loved was where I did not believe fear and love can coexist together.
Oh, yeah.
So that's where I struggle, and I always have. So I don't feel like those perceptions shifted so much. I feel like, where did my perception shift? I have to really think about that one. I think it would be after leaving the church where I really wanted to be atheist.
Yeah.
And opening up my eyes to like, well, then what else could it be?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, when you scratch out all of that, you're like, well, what other forces are there bigger than me? Like,
yeah. And really tuning into yourself and not listening to outside voices.
Yeah.
Because you're taught to be so obedient and listen to every voice. And I've tried to be intuitive, but like really digging in and say, well, what resonates with me?
Yeah.
And hearing everybody's stories and everybody's opinions and perspectives, but really just listening to yourself.
Should I teach everybody how to shield?
Absolutely.
Because I feel like this is something that's really, really important in discerning what's yours and what's other people's.
And here's an example why.
Oh, yeah.
Recently, Noie,
crazy.
This was insane. So I have one of my faults is I have a tendency to have an extremely open heart.
It's not a fault.
To a point, it could be. So
it's beautiful.
Yeah, but not when you're in a prison. So we decided, we have this good friend of ours, and he just happens to be in prison right now. So we decided to go visit him.
Mm-hmm. We did go visit him in prison.
Yeah. It was a great experience.
It was actually a very cool experience.
Mm-hmm. I loved it.
I seriously loved it.
And it was the first time I had ever been to prison, by the way.
Same. Yep.
Okay, it's a federal prison, right?
Yeah.
Okay. First time either of us have been to prison. And it was a lot of paperwork. I was kind of surprised.
It was a process and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And we had done it, like I did mine back in August, and it like had to be processed. And anyway.
Right.
It was a process.
So we go there. What surprised me was we're visiting him, and my whole soul was like, he thought I was falling asleep.
Yeah.
I should clarify that way.
You were just kind of clocking out.
I was clocking out because my whole soul was like shaking the whole time. Like I could feel the presence of like 1,000 million.
You said everybody was grabbing at you.
Grabbing at me. And I don't know how to say it because, well, first I'm looking around and I'm just loving all these inmates.
Well, and here, it was so beautiful because it was like dads playing with their kids.
Yeah. And just like, there's good in, and this is my literal thought process. There's literally good in every person.
Right.
And mind you, like, I think half the people there are sexual predators. Yeah. Like, everybody makes mistakes. I'm not saying what you think I'm saying.
Yeah. No, you're accepting everybody.
I accept everybody as they are.
You're radiating love.
There's going to be consequences. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying everybody deserves love.
Yes, 100%.
And yeah, that's all. I was there to see one person.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And she's like, we came out and you're like, I am shaking.
Yeah, my body felt like it was being sucked by like a million souls, a million
different things.
I was like shaking. We were there for a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, and so many times I thought about getting up and walking out. It was so bad. But I was like, I can't walk out. We came so far.
Yeah.
And I won't do it. I'm going to last.
Because you want to be respectful to him and not make him feel like we're not there to see him. I
wanted to be there for him.
Yeah, you did.
I wanted to, but it was difficult.
Yeah. Anyway, so we left and she's like, I could feel everybody grabbing at me. And I'm like, really?
And my thing was like, how are you okay right now?
I was so good. I was like, I'm good. And then when she started telling me, like, people were literally just grabbing onto her, I'm like, oh, you need a shield. Yes. And so here's the other thing, a lot of times when you feel like you're being consumed by other people's opinions and being like, people are taking too much from you.
Even in a bad relationship.
Yeah. Literally in any circumstance, when you feel like there's too many voices, too many souls, too many energies in your field, you need to shut them all out. Mm-hmm. And how you do that a lot of times is you can like sit up straight, plant your feet firmly in the ground, take a big deep breath and breathe in from Mother Earth all the way up through your feet and out the top of your head. So you go. And you can do that a couple of times and you just push everyone's energy outside of your own. So a lot of people will envision like an orb around you and you can just push everybody outside of that orb. Only thing allowed inside of this orb is your energy. So do 3 of those. And when you feel like everyone's out, you can open up this and bring in your truth light in to merge with Mother Earth. And then it just flows like an infinity sign from the earth to your source, whatever that is. And you sit in that.
I keep peeking at you. Like,
is she opening her eyes? Is she closing her eyes?
Wait, what are we doing now? This is me. What are we doing now?
And you just push it all outside of your own energetical field. And a lot of times what I'll do is I will put a mirror on the outside of my orb or my, your boundary. Mm-hmm. So where anything that tries to come at you, it goes right back to them. They can't get through because it's mirrored back at them without affecting you. So that's a great way to like shield, get everyone outside. The other thing with what you're going through right now, you probably feel a cord directly connected to your stomach with your ex-spouse. And you can cut those. Mm-hmm. And you might have to do it 3 times a day. Yep, just cut it, snip it. Use a sword, use a torch, use a whatever the fuck you want. Just not physically, in your mind. But like, that's how you bring all the pieces and you can call all of your pieces back to you. And then it's only you. It's only you here. That's like, and then align to your true self. And that helps you like with your synchronicities and signs. It helps you with your intuition. It helps you not give a shit what other people are saying because it's blocked out.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
Anyway, so it's a great way to end today.
I love
right?
that. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys for joining us. Hopefully not all of our episodes are as voodoo.
Don't say that. Own yourself.
Right.
You're
right.
amazing and I love you. So it's good.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this crazy ass journey.
Unfiltered journey.
Always.
Until next time.
Thanks.